I suppose we can't move on without mentioning the amazing artwork on the cover of the zine. Has everyone seen it?
It's very good.
Hands up who's seen it. No, it's small actually. It's small, not that many.
You might actually want to.
It was done by the absolutely wonderful Lauren Turner, who is also. She drew him. She drew that guy there. One of her less politically correct ones, I'd say, because I think she's
a bit of an anarcho-punkette.
Yeah, but she's substituted working class for representation of working class there, and I don't think that's good.
The pig.
Adorno wouldn't be happy there because she's abstracted him.
Yeah.
The lizard man.
That's
anyway,
one of the occasions when you're not going to get away.
Before you go, make sure, even if you're not going to buy the zine, have a look at the cover. There's some exquisite vulval detail there. There's some gushing penis bulbs.
The amuse of clitoris.
A moist anus. Stubble around the anus, it looks like.
Possibly some tissue paper.
And some absolutely beautiful paisley designs as well.
Ian Paisley designed it.
Yeah. But just before we move on to our next one, we're just going to give you a list. This is a bit of an informational informational part, and it's a list of erotic do's and don'ts that's in the supplement of the zine.
You may want to take note, or just buy it and get the supplement so you know what to do or to not to do.
So it's things to do or not to do when having sensual intercourse, I suppose. We like to, whenever we're reading this bit, we haven't read it before, but whenever we're reading this bit, we thought we'd like to go, do, don't. That's all we want to say.
You'll get into it eventually, because there's a list of them anyway.
Okay. So we'll begin with do. Do contain all bubble-based bodily activities such as farts or belches. Do. Don't.
This is the don't. Don't mention names of parents or siblings in medias res. That's in the middle of
That's
things.
Latin for in the middle of things.
Latin.
Do. But don't. Okay. Do avoid shattering the condoms.
Do avoid that.
Don't use glass condoms, particularly.
They shatter.
Have you ever seen One Man, One Jar?
Puts a glass in his own butt.
Sick. He sits in a jar and then it explodes within his anus and he's picking out the fucking shards and the blood. It's absolutely ill. And not in the good hip hop way ill. I mean ill. It's like you catch an infected anal infection. Do. Don't.
Don't mistake intercourse for esteem.
All too often that has happened. That has happened all too often. Do maintain pressure on all E zones during intercourse. Erogenous.
Not Eurozones.
But like an earlobe can be an erogenous zone. I read once.
Yeah. A knee.
Don't
use chewing gum as a lubricant.
It's awful lubricant, because when chewing gum heats up, it becomes, when chewing gum is like cold, it's just real solid and doesn't move. Yeah. And you might think, when it heats up, it'll be a better lubricant, but it actually just becomes really stringy and stretchy and gets absolutely everywhere.
Or like you might remember when you're in school and there's chewing gum under the table and you rub your dick on it, and it actually is really, really pleasurable at the time. But don't do it during sexual intercourse.
But do avoid in-sex prayer.
Yeah,
no one likes that. No one likes appeals to divine intervention, prayers about, maybe sick loved ones.
You can say religious names or religious words, but don't actually break into prayer. Don't do that.
I mean, that's not to say, beforehand you can pray. Like, there's a Catholic sex chant that, what ways ago?
There's a song about Zacchaeus. It's a Catholic sex chant.
Zacchaeus was a greedy little man. He cheated all the people.
It goes on. It's a sex
chant. Anyway, don't.
So the next is a do. Do.
No, it's not. It's a don't.
Oh, do. No, it's a do now.
No, it's not. It's a don't.
Don't use chewing gum as a lubricant. Just take that.
And I said avoid in-sex prayer. We're just talking about prayer.
Yeah, don't rot in damp hay.
That's thick.
It's thick. Damp hay gets very thick.
Importantly, do ignore the following, okay? This is during sex. Pieces of tissue on and around vulva.
Just ignore them. Everyone gets them.
Any and all veins. Scrotal leathering. Vaginal spit. Knob cheese. anal, puffs or scents, or indeed any direct eye contact with the A-pipe.
Don't look into the brown eye. Just don't. Don't. It's like Lord of the Rings.
You'll lose yourself.
Yeah. You'll absolutely lose your boner.
Some don't come back.
Lord of the Wrongs. So the rest are just don'ts because there's more do's than there's less do's than there is don'ts.
We're really moving on to, go.
So don't use burst animals. Like roadkill.
Don't reuse old orgasms. Yeah. Don't try to recycle an old orgasm.
Just to reiterate burst animals' point, like don't use them as dildos either. Just avoid burst animals.
Because they have agency.
Yeah. Don't cast erotic spells.
And don't broadcast a session on Airtel without your partner's consent.
Yeah.